My beloved brothers and sisters, tonight, as the clock turns past midnight, we remember. We remember September 11th, 24 years ago, when the sky itself seemed to fall. A day when hatred and violence tore through our nation, leaving scars we still carry. And we remember not just that single day, but every echo of it since. Each act of violence that reminds us how fragile life is and how deep our divisions run. This week alone has been a sobering reminder. A school shooting. Thankfully, no children were lost, but a life was still consumed in violence. Iryna, a young woman, murdered on a train while bystanders looked away, frozen between fear and indifference. And Charlie Kirk, a political activist, assassinated in cold blood. 3 very different stories. One common thread, a society in pain. We cannot look at these events as isolated tragedies. They are signals, warning flares of a deeper sickness, a sickness of untreated mental illness, a sickness of loneliness, anger, and alienation, a sickness of a nation that has not yet healed from its past wounds and traumas. When we fail to heal ourselves, the wound festers. When the wound festers, it spreads, from the individual to the community to the nation. And when a nation is wounded, the world feels the fracture. But here is the truth. We cannot heal the world until we heal our nation. We cannot heal our nation until we heal ourselves. That begins in small acts. Listening when it would be easier to argue. Helping when it would be easier to walk away. Acknowledging that mental illness deserves compassion, not stigma. Acknowledging that violence is not strength, and silence in the face of suffering is not neutrality, it is surrender. September 11th taught us how quickly life can change, how easily darkness can fall. But it also taught us something else, how resilient we can be when we choose to stand together. For a brief moment, we remembered what it meant to be one people. The challenge now is to reclaim that spirit, not only when towers fall, not only when headlines shock us, but every day in the quiet work of healing. Iryna deserved that world. Charlie deserved that world. Even the young man who picked up a gun in that school deserved a society that saw his pain before it turned to violence. So let us mourn, yes. But more than that, let us heal. Let us look at one another and see not enemies, not strangers, but fellow wounded souls trying to find our way. Because the choice is before us. Repeat the cycle of violence or begin the cycle of healing. And if we begin tonight, if we begin with ourselves, then perhaps one day when the world looks back on this midnight hour, they will say, this was the moment. This was when we turned from wounds to healing. I say these things in his most glorious names, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Amen.